welcome back to Superhero Week. Today we're doing our science activity, which is a superhero sink or float. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Alright.
Ready.
Okay, so as far as the supplies that you need today, the main thing that you need is a bin that you can put some water in, and then the rest of the materials are up to you as far as what you want to see in your sink or float bin. Okay, so the science keyword to remember today is buoyancy, and that is the power of rising and floating. So objects that are less dense are buoyant and they will float on top of the water, while objects that are more dense, meaning their particles are closer together, will sink and go to the bottom of our bin. Are you ready to test some objects out, Connor?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so our first object in is our Lego man. He's gonna sink or float? He's gonna float, let's see.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a
Car.
Alright, do you think it's gonna sink or float? It's gonna sink. It did sink! There it is! Next up, we have some wooden toys. So Connor, do you think they're gonna sink or float? They're gonna sink. Alright, let's see.
They float.
They float! That must mean that they're buoyant. Okay, next up is a coin. Alright, Connor, do you think our coin is going to sink or float? It's gonna sink?
It sinks.
Oh, it sunk! Okay, next up is a popsicle stick. Oh, do you think it's gonna sink or float?
It's gonna sink. It floats.
It floats! Okay, so on the next slide are sample materials and toys that you can use in your sink or float bin.
I got it.
And Connor, do you remember our special science word for today? Buoyancy, which is the power of rising and floating on water. So we learned that our materials that float are buoyant, and our ones that are at the bottom are not so buoyant. So have fun setting up your own superhero sink or float bin and figuring out which materials have the power of buoyancy. Bye! Say bye.
Bye.
And one last superhero tidbit, remember that the best superpower is to clean up after you're done with all of your materials. Right, Connor? Right.